This MMA rules bout takes place in the minus 68.5 kilogram featherweight division. This bout will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway, the excellent Mr. Ilya
Lucic. Maybe getting a takedown, you never know, especially later.
Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
More experienced fighter.
So under referee's instructions for 3
Gentlemen, you know the rules.
FNC
Fight clean. Listen to my commands at all times. Keep yourself protected. Touch gloves. Step back.
Contested at bantamweight. Now we've had quite a bit of experience with Paweł Polityło, haven't we, through KSW, and at one stage he was taking some coaching from Krzysztof Zojinski for some of his bouts, but every time we've seen him he's absolutely improved 100%. And so let's see tonight whether that will come into play. As you mentioned, he's got that very modest build with that long body and the short legs that we see at this weight quite often. Goes the distance, doesn't always finish quickly. That might not suit Brazilian fighter here tonight, Rony Jason. Let's see how this plays out. I think they're going to be tentative. I think Polityło is going to look to go into deep waters, take it out across the 3. But tough gig for Rony Jason because it's difficult to finish Polityło.
Yeah, never been stopped. And that says a lot. But Jason just whiffed a kick there, and actually it looks like maybe tweaked his knee, his left leg a little bit. Polityło is going to be patient. He's going to show Jason the respect that he needs to, right, and wear him out.
So a lot of fighters training out of different camps in terms of their hometowns and nationalities. Not least, of course, this fighter known as the Polish Eagle, Paweł Polityło. He fights out of SBQ, Dublin, Ireland. And making some treacherous mistakes here and being led off the hook, Jason, isn't he? Having a little look-see, but it's not been successful.
And that's the thing. Sometimes he tends to pull himself out of position a little bit, and Polityło has been alluding to the fact that he was able to grab his leg on a lazy kick, able to back him up to the fence, able to kind of nullify the distance a bit and control it.
Reverse spinning back kick, Ushiro Mawashi-geri. Lands it, bounces off Polityło. Very tentative openings here. They're all having a look-see. This suits Polityło. Rony Jason comes in with an overhand right, trying to get it on early doors here.
Jason definitely backing off quite a bit. It seems to me that's what Polityło wants here, is cage control early. And it makes sense. It's what's won him many of his fights.
So as we settle into this, we look as if we may very well be in for the long haul here. No one in any particular hurry. And in view of that, I think we should settle in for a very technical matchup here. Now the organisation from Jason just looks a little bit relaxed to me. I think he's comfortable with that because Polityło has to make the distance to get in on the inside. Polityło wants this on the ground. There's no two ways about it, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, or up against the fence. Definitely, though, I think he wants to break the distance down. And Jason, to me, just seems a little bit tentative. And Polityło is giving him a lot of feinting. There's lots of jerking around and kind of feinting and faking things, and then committing.
Well, that right hand of Jason finds its way again, this time with a left. So he's using the hands to good effect, but that's what Polityło wants, and that's where Polityło works. And you know, I don't think Jason's got enough hench on those shots to cause any damage, and Polityło could advantage himself well here.
He needs to make it an MMA fight here, Will. Got to clear those legs. Heavy punches as well while standing up, controlling the posture. It's all good.
Polityło's improved exponentially every time we've seen him. He really has. You know, every time a notch up the ladder. Doesn't want to waste this opportunity, I would have thought. But so far, smart, industrious, and now he can be effective.
And Jason's not letting him control his legs. You can see Jason is constantly maneuvering here and not allowing Polityło to get the Toriander pass or a leg drag. Tricky to do, but Polityło just needs to keep making this, again, an MMA fight. Don't make it pure grappling.
Yeah, now, this is where he's starting to have inroads, and if he can blow the doors off here, we could be in for a good finish here. The first in a long time from Polityło. This is good. He's still got enough time on the clock.
And taking a look at it here, Will, if he can do the damage and clear the legs, that's the thing. Do the damage and work around the legs.
Well, he's being held in that closed guard. It's open now. It looks like the 10-second clapper is going to save Rony Jason. On the bell, though, Polityło, great round for him, and good skills.
That was close. That was definitely close. The ref was having a good old look at that. Jason just seems a little bit overwhelmed in this fight.
Yeah, and as I say, it's unusual for Polityło to finish early, but he looks as if he's found an inroad there. Sloppy moves, and it allowed Polityło for that double leg takedown. That's what he does, and his build lends itself so well to that type of takedown. Not a single leg, the double leg in with the shoulder right up against the midsection and grab just above the knees. And yeah, we'll see here how it happened.
And this is where Jason was just a little bit off the mark. Didn't really have a good read on what was real, what wasn't. There, Polityło just being gifted grips and taking control of space. Lovely work in the clinch there. Jason just, you know, loading up on a big uppercut and allowing, like you said, that takedown.
We go to 2, and it was apparent from the tail of the tape there, the videotape, that Polityło took some shots. There's no doubt about it. Jason landed, but not significantly enough to cause a problem. There was a knee strike in there, and there were some great left and right shots, but the ground and pound, Polityło will be emboldened by that. And I think he thinks in the second round it's good enough to eat. I think he's going to stop playing with his food and get on with it.
Once again, he's just kind of controlling that outer last 10 to 15, 20% of the cage. Been very important. It'd be interesting to see if he starts to force Jason into this continual circular motion to his right and line something up off that.
Comes in hard, pulls his man up against the wire. Jason's done his homework, doesn't want to get caught there. Jumping scissor strike, manages to force a takedown, and Rony Jason having to struggle to recover, complaining of a shot to the back of the head. Polityło has had points deducted for that in the past, but so far all's fair in love and war, and the referee says carry on. Now if Polityło can get the takedown, force the ground and pound earlier on in the second round, he could take it.
And he nearly did. That's exactly the strategy that worked.
A lot of evasive work from Jason. He doesn't want to get involved in there. Spinning back elbow. But he's so tough, isn't he, Polityło? He takes those shots, he eats them up all day long, and tries a spinning back fist himself, gets in on the inside, but Jason having none of it. And acknowledging with the ref, Polityło, that he's got to get involved and get engaged. None of them want to do it, though. And definitely on the back foot, Jason. 8-fight UFC veteran. Ultimate Fighter Brazil 1 winner. He's won 3 of his last 4. You know, here tonight, he's not looking, what I would say, overly impressive. He looks tired, guard is low, and just backing off from Polityło. Having said that, Polityło not forcing the point.
I think that was the game plan. I think that had to have been what they worked on at SPG with Dave Roach. I saw in his corner, was just make him uncomfortable, make him work, wear him down. You're going to be the fresher fighter at every point in this fight if we start that way and end every round that way.
Coming in, trying to land the shots. No effort left spared from Polityło, but Rony Jason using the time to recover. Looks just a little bit fresher now. And there's the takedown. No single leg grab. Polityło doesn't seem to be in a rush to do this, does he?
No, he's being smart. You know, depending on how he went down there, it could have been a leg entry for Jason. You could see Jason thinking about flipping. And, you know, again, it's just nice to see Polityło dotting every I and crossing every T here. He's made pretty few mistakes, if any, in this contest.
Some nice work from Jason, actually. That elbow straight out of the Muay Thai rule book there. Good bit of evasive head work, slips under the shots of Polityło, but this is where it all goes wrong, because Polityło will track you down, hunt you down, get you on the wire, and now he's got time on the clock, and we could be into an area where there could be something meaningful done here. This is getting meaty.
He seems a lot stronger than Jason. Like, Jason was literally just pushed off. I'm not sure whether Jason was trying to sit up and try to work his guard and sweep. He's now got the knee shield in. He just seems completely out of his depth. Like, every single time he tries something, and technically he'll have leverage in some of these places, but it's nice to see Polityło using the fence to his advantage.
Yeah, but again, I'm looking at the clock, and he could have done with this 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds earlier. It's going to come to the 10-second clapper. He's not free enough to get the arms working to make it count. There's no doubt he's won every round so far, but, you know, the first and now this second, when he finishes, he might still have time to finish this, but I don't think he's in a hurry to do it.
But just keep the position, keep working the position. You could see he wasn't even overly concerned with passing guard. He was just underneath the hips and compressing Jason, just like this. Now here, there was the leg entry potentially from Jason. Polityło shuts it down, then goes back to work.
And he fires the shots in, they're all meaningful, it's great stuff, but we're on 10 seconds a game, and in all kinds of trouble, Rony Jason here, on the ground, taking the shots, and unable to finish it, Polityło, but no doubt about it, that's a great round.
Dominant round. You know, 10-8 territory for me there. Polityło did a great job, stuck to the game plan, didn't allow anything to open up for Jason, because like you said, he can do some good work. An overhand right or one elbow later. We saw one punch change the whole calculus earlier tonight.
Absolutely, and it was such an innocuous strike, just a little short clip, but it hit the right spot. There was an elbow from Rony Jason in there that looked meaningful, didn't quite land. I mean, in fact, he made contact, but it just goes to show you how tough Polityło is, and he is built like Mount Rushmore, got a chin like gravel. So a little bit of battle damage for Rony Jason, and well, Chris will take you through the action here. It's non-stop.
There was the crowding constantly from Polityło. Jason trying to shut down the takedown. You could see a counter potentially, but just Polityło is so much stronger. So much significant forward pressure in this contest has been the difference. There, the short punches on the inside.
And we saw that glimmer of a strike from that scissor knee. He landed it, and he landed an elbow after, but we've gone to 3. Final round here, the first of the evening. Rony Jason of Brazil takes on Paweł Polityło of Poland.
It'll be interesting to see whether Jason gets desperate here. His corner would have said, you're down in this contest. There's no way they can think they're ahead. Can they do anything? Can they physically do anything different inside the cage?
All very leisurely, looking hugely confident. Paweł Polityło, it would be a dreadful mistake to get tagged now. I just don't think there's enough minerals in the punches of Rony Jason to cause the damage. He's getting hurt now more and more, and fatigued. The battle damage is there. That right eye, they worked on it in the corner. So it's a case of survival at this stage for Rony Jason. And at 41 years of age, it's a big ask. He's still throwing, still dangerous, but almost walking around the ring now, Paweł Polityło. There's no attempt to really bring the action. And now he turns with that sneaky little look. There's the strength, there's the power. He takes his man down. He knows he's got to finish now. Passes the guard, looks to finish. Rony Jason going to take punishment here. We've got 3 minutes left. Referee looking closely, and I think we're in unanswered and undefended territory here for Rony Jason. And the referee steps in, and that's it. And Paweł Polityło finishes early. And, the referee having a word with Rony Jason. He said he called it, but he didn't realise at that stage. That's a great win for Polityło, actually.
An excellent win for Polityło. It was a very surgical performance here tonight. It was a great stoppage. That's exactly the right time to stop the contest. And Polityło was smart. He put himself in zero risk, virtually zero risk, against a very risky fighter, potentially. It could have been volatile. He kept it steady. That was the difference.
Consistent work, kept his head, kept his cool, obviously had a plan, but you can see the damage. Rony Jason took just too many shots in the ground and pound. Polityło didn't have the stand-up skills to match, but down on the ground, this is where he did it. And just look, the leverage, the weight, and those power shots coming in, and it was all really perfunctory in terms of damage. It was just the fact that the volume was there, and the referee, had to call it, and that was the right call at the right time. So another fight ends before time. Easy night for judges, and that's a great win for Polityło, probably at a good stage in his FNC career here. A rethink for Rony Jason?
I think so. I think so. Just because
ladies and gentlemen, the end comes after 1 minute and 52 seconds completed of round number 3. Your winner by way of TKO, Paweł, the Polish Eagle, Polityło.
So Polityło takes the win, and we'll have a word with him, see how he felt about that. But I think no more poignant a description. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. So yeah, we'll see what's in score for Rony Jason at some stage. But the night belongs to this man, and that was a before time finish for Polityło, and that's a feather in the cap for the Polish Eagle.
Pavel, congratulations on this big win. I remember last time you were not so happy with the decision, so this time you didn't want to give it in the hands of the judges. You finished the job in the 3rd round. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Forget what was before. We win now. Next step gonna be title fights, yeah? Croatia and Serbian, do you wanna see me like a champ? I'm the future champ 66, guys, yeah? Thanks so much for Federation, thanks for my coaches, thanks for family, thanks for the people who support me all the time, yeah? Even like last time, big support from Croatian people, thanks God, thanks everyone. God bless me and God bless you.
Pavel, I can see that you are very emotional and that this win means a lot to you because Rony Jason is a legend of this sport, UFC veteran. How much does it mean to you?
That means it's something big, because he was UFC farmer, so for me he's like a legend. Yeah, when he started MMA, I maybe do little bit some sports kind, but so big respect for him, and thanks for Federation that I have opportunity develop my skills and then fight like people like the real warriors, like Jason's. Yeah, so I'm very happy, like nothing happening bad in this camp. I hope next Federation, next fight, gonna be me and Maya as well. I'm gonna be ready for everyone, yeah, so FNC, if you're ready for new champs, the champ is here.
Thank you so much, Pavel. One more time, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Polish Eagle, Paweł Polityło!
Let's take a look at some of the numbers of the fight. It was a total domination by the Polish Eagle. Lots of ground control time, over 3 minutes actually, and much more thrown and landed across the board. Outstanding performance and maybe that title in his future.